I'm gonna get started. Now, will people be able to enter automatically?
I will
Megan?
keep, nope, I'll keep admitting them in. Yep.
Perfect. So while people are being admitted, I'm going to kind of just jump in and start. I'm going to talk a little bit about me for those of you that have already jumped on so that you can make use of your evening. So I have been with Zaya for a little over a couple days, over 2.5 years. I am a Zaya executive. I do work full-time. Sometimes that's surprising to people. I work full-time as a physical therapist, and I have 4 very busy boys. We are actually currently in 10 different sporting activities. So between the 4, we have 10 things that we are juggling. So when people tell you that you can do this and you can work full-time and you can juggle and do it all, you can do it all, because I will also tell you that busy people will always be busy. It's just what they choose to be busy doing. Okay. So a little bit about my journey. So I kind of want to back up just a little bit here. Yes, I started 2.5 years ago. When I started, there were no trainings, there were no incentives. To be honest, no one knew or cared who I was. I started 2 days prior. My sponsor, my cousin, Jackie Lawrence, started. 3 to 5 days before that, her sponsor, our cousin, Robin Bating, started. And I think a few weeks before that, her sponsor, Megan Bating, started. So in all honesty, we were just figuring it out, okay? Because we kind of all started at the same time. And I say that truly so that you understand that if we can do it knowing nothing, you can do this, okay? This Dash to Director program is absolutely amazing. Shout outs to every single member of the Dash to Director training group, because we are here to help you learn from our mistakes and to learn what we have learned along the way. So this is 100% for you. Welcome to the group. Thank you for investing in yourself. Congratulations in investing in your business simply by being here. And we are going to keep this short and sweet. Okay. So I don't think I've ever shared this, but we're going to talk about consistency, and that's mostly what we're going to talk about. And we'll talk a little bit about expectations, but really it all comes down to commitment. So that's where I'm going to start. Well, first of all, let's just define what commitment is. Commitment is truly committing to what you said you were going to do after the fun ended. Okay, I've been doing this for 2.5 years. In the beginning, holy moly, super highs, super low lows, like huge roller coaster, right? Like of emotions, super fun, like all the time. But it's a business. Like I am committed to doing this after the fun ends. So I want, number one, for you to maybe write that down, that commitment is seriously staying committed after the excitement and joy has ended. So I set a commitment to myself. And again, I've never said this out loud. I committed to myself that I would not quit for 2 years. I was not going to quit. I didn't care what it took. Yes, I work full time. Yes, I have 4 busy boys. Yes, I like to go to the gym. And I honestly am not really good with people. But I was committed to 2 years. And why did I pick that number? Everyone has a different number. We all have different time, talents, and resources. Okay, so your commitment might be different than mine, but realistically, your commitment should be forever, because the only way to fail is if you quit, straight up. Okay, so I committed to 2 years. Why did I pick 2 years? I had a friend who started a true brick and mortar business. She had a kitchen gadget store in an upper end part of town in Omaha. She invested a lot of time, a lot of talent, and a lot of resources. Like we're talking $10,000. So my $395, which is what the starter kit cost when I started, it's now $295, really was not a big, huge investment. Now, I will also tell you, risk and reward are very related. So when you don't have a whole lot of risk, it's easy to kind of negate the reward. I need you to understand that even though you only invested $295, the potential reward is what my friend invested with her $10,000. Okay, so you need to be able to see the bigger picture. Okay, so my 2 years, why did I pick that? When she started her business, she straight up told me, and if you're a business major on here, you can go on in the chat and you can give me correct statistics, because she's not a business major and but she's done well in the kitchen gadget industry. What she told me was that the first 2 years, you are not expected to make anything. You are going to put all of your time, your talent, and your resources into this business. And for 2 years, you're going to come up with a goose egg. You are not going to make any money, none. So I figured I can invest for these 2 years. I can invest with the potential of what might happen. Okay. Now, I'm also going to tell you, if you're going to be really honest with yourself, do not ever sit in the beginning and calculate how much you are maybe making per hour, because it is going to seem like nothing. You are investing in the long haul. You are not investing in the here and now. What you are doing now is not paying you today. It's paying you down the road. So always keep that in mind. Always keep that in mind. Okay, so my 2 years, I am committed for 2 years. Okay, that's all kind of relative, right? I also knew that in this industry, you have to, if you want to truly be successful, hit the ground running. That requires sacrifice. Okay, that's a little hard for this mama to swallow. That meant that I was going to have to miss some games. I was going to have to miss some practices. I was going to have to be late to things. I was going to be all out of balance. And we're all always out of balance. So I also made a commitment to myself. And again, you do you. You have to kind of figure out what's best for you with your time, talent, and resources. But I committed to 6 months of pushing hard. For me, working full time with my kids, trying to do all the right things, that meant for me, I would run one party every single week for 6 months. Now, if there was a week where I had something coming up and I was not going to be able to do that, that meant I had to do 2 parties the week before. Or if there was a week where I just could not book a party, it meant I had to do 2 down the road. So I committed to that 6 months of sacrifice and hard work. And then I still kept pushing. Like, that was my initial commitment. Okay. Keep in mind that you all have different time, talents, and treasures. So I really, really, really want to make sure that everyone understands that you have your lane. Like, you have your lane with your time, talents, and treasures, and we are all headed toward the same destination. But just because so-and-so beside you maybe has more time, more resources, more talents, maybe she's going to get there a little faster. That is A-okay. You are not in a race with her, because again, you have different time, talents, and treasures. So you do you and let her do her, and we will cheer each other on. We might pass each other along the way. We're all going to get to the same destination. As long as you keep moving forward, you are going to get there. Again, the only way to fail is if you quit, if you stop. Okay, so I want you to maybe write down throughout this training in the next 20 minutes or so, what are you willing to commit to your business, and what are you willing to sacrifice for your business, and what time frame are you going to give yourself, not setting expectations, not looking for an end, but simply committing when the fun ends. Okay. Now we're going to talk about different streams of activity. This is where the consistency part comes in, okay? Every single rep, whether you're a team of 1 or a team of 2,000, has 2 main streams of activity. One is your VIP page, and those are your existing customers or your supporters. And then you have your new customers, your parties. I'm here to tell you, you can't really cheat on one or the other. You really have to be consistent in both of those streams of activity. If you push to one and you lose the other, you're cheating yourself. If you push to this one and lose the other, again, you're cheating yourself, okay? You have to service each of those streams consistently. And again, that's defined differently by your time, talents, and treasures. So first, let's talk about your VIP page. Okay, so I'm going to back up and tell you that I have a friend who started a company. She joined a company. I'm not sure what the name of it is. She never actually shared that, which I think is a little bit odd. If you're with Zaya, please share that, because it's weird when you talk about products and you never say a name. Like, that seems weird. I'm just saying that. Okay. So she started this company, and all of a sudden in my Facebook stories, there's like 10 stories every single day about this company. 10 every single day for like 2 weeks. And then all of a sudden, poof, it disappeared. Like for like a month now, she has not posted anything about this. Okay, that's weird. Be consistent. So at the same time, when I say be consistent, also find something that's doable. You might not be able to go live 10 times every day. Set up realistic expectations that you have with your time, talents, and resources, okay? So yes, you do need to go live. Yes, you do maybe need to post something motivational. Yes, you do need to do product reviews and show different sizing. Yes, you do need to show your own life so that it's you personally, okay? But set up realistic expectations. So maybe write down, what are you going to commit to your VIP page? What can you do to maintain consistency? Because sometimes I see people that are like way in their VIP page, and it becomes consuming. And so they don't have time for parties because they're so focused on their VIP page. And then all of a sudden it becomes like their business falls dead in the water. And then all of a sudden they're only posting new releases. Well, the people in their VIP page are going to find that irrelevant. And to be completely honest, Facebook is going to find that completely irrelevant. So Facebook and Instagram like consistency. They like to see you posting on a consistent basis. Okay. They don't like sporadic things. They tend to just kind of shut you off. Okay. So staying consistent in your VIP page. At the same time, staying consistent with parties. That's why I committed to one every single week. Sometimes a trend that I see, and Megan, Jackie, Robin, Mariah, you guys can all kind of chime in here too, but oftentimes I see someone launch, and that launch party does so great. And that VIP, that new VIP group might have 20, 30, 50, 70, I don't know, 100 people, okay? And it's like gangbusting. It's like awesome. And they have a couple great parties and they feel really great. And that volume is high and they are feeling that high. And then all of a sudden it's harder to ask people to have parties. And so they just kind of veer over to just the VIP page and they kind of forget about that party stream of activity. And again, you're going to get paid on that business for maybe 30, 60, 90 days. It's going to be okay in the beginning, but all of a sudden it's going to dip and they're going to get really discouraged. And so I'm telling you this because I want you to learn from my mistakes. I want you to learn from other people's mistakes, is that if you drop off one of those streams, your existing customers, the VIP, and those parties, those new customers, things are going to dip down. And all of a sudden you're so discouraged and you're so frustrated and you're just not sure who to talk to about it because it's just not working. It is working. You just have to maintain both of those streams of activity and you have to do them both consistently, because if one falls off, it's like the wheels falling off of your car and you can't stay in your lane. Like you're veering off and all of a sudden you got to stop and try to regroup and like put a new wheel on, and it's hard to get momentum again, and it's just easier to quit. And we are here to encourage you not to quit. Okay. So if you can just maintain that consistency, whatever that is for you, you're going to be set. Okay, so I want you to set some realistic, consistent expectations for yourself in your VIP page, and some realistic, consistent expectations for you in terms of parties. Now it can get a little overwhelming. I'm not going to lie. That's where Post My Party comes in. That's where scheduling your posts in your VIP. You know, maybe on Sunday you take a day and you just pick out a whole bunch of items and you just schedule them out for the week. Okay, your VIP page is actually a little bit easier to manage than I think a lot of people consider. Your content really just needs to be product lives. And I'm going to tell you, if you're brand new, maybe don't do a full outfit all the time. Just pick one item, just a bra. You can wear it all, but just the bra. So it stays short and it gives you more content, more things to show until you can actually get some items. And no, you don't have to have everything. You can show it on the computer. You can show other people in outfits. There are options. But Zaya gives us regular content for our VIP pages. There are restocks. You just post the restocks and then you go into the Zaya marketing page and you pick a couple items of that product and then you post that. And then you pick up a couple items of the next product and then you post that. Like it's not that hard. But stay consistent, okay? Stay consistent in your VIP, stay consistent in your parties. But really also I would encourage you to make them individual to you. Make your VIP page, again, about a little bit about you. Because if they just wanted to see just the new releases, they could go to the Zaya Active Facebook page and they could see those new releases. So make it a little bit about yourself, about what you have going on. You know, I have a rep who posts a motivational quote every single morning. There are people who post jokes every morning. There are people that play games. Like, you make it about you, but have some fun with it. Okay. Okay. Now, there is a third stream of activity, and this is where we hope you all end up. Okay, so we talked about your streams of activity, being consistent in your VIP page, being consistent in your parties. The third one is being consistent in reaching out to your team. Okay, guess what? Every single person on this call, every single person who's a Zaya rep has a team. Okay, so check in with your team at least once or twice a month, every couple months. Even the people who are just doing it for the discount, please maintain a relationship with them. That's really, really important because they might want to jump in. Now, if you're that team of one, guess what? We should all be reaching up as well. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm just going to reach down to my team. I need to be reaching up. So that line of communication should actually go both ways. Let your sponsor know how things are going. Let them know how you're feeling. Let them know when you're frustrated. You know, let them cheer you on in the excitement, but let them be a part of your journey. Jackie, you said this the other day, and it very much hit me. I oftentimes feel like I'm doing this by myself. I feel like I am in this business by myself. And we're not. And I think sometimes that's because we are so focused on helping everyone down, like helping down, but at the same time, we need to help ourselves. So we need to have that connection. You need to reach up to your sponsor and have that relationship with them, a very open line of communication so that you know how they feel and they know how you feel. And I truly believe that that is going to help in investing in your consistency and just your expectations of your business. Because guess what? They have been where you are. Hands down, 100%, they've been where you are. Okay. Okay. So in terms of expectations as a rep, we're going to wrap this up because I'm a quick talker. In terms of expectations, you are pretty much expected to do 4 things, and we're going to add a 5th. This is going to be pretty simple. They are: ask people to have a party, have lots of parties, follow up with every single customer. And that doesn't just mean when they get their product and like the 2 weeks after, but follow up with them consistently because you need to maintain those relationships to maintain that customer. Okay. You're part of your VIP. That means they're an important person. So maintain that relationship, follow up with them, and invite not just your hostesses and not just the one time they had their party, but invite them into this community, into this business, because again, you don't know what they need or want in their life. Okay. The ask might be the hardest part for you. If you need help with parties and ask, I want you to go to Christy Skoufis's training on parties. She's absolutely amazing. It's in this training group, so it is not hard to find. If you can't find it, send me a direct message through Facebook. This is my name, and I will direct you to that training. It's absolutely amazing, but focus more on the consistency of it instead of the outcome. Okay, take your expectation away from the result. We have all had dud parties, like 0 sales, 0 interaction, whatever, but I still committed to 1 party a week. It didn't matter what the sales were. It was the fact that I made a commitment to myself, to my business, that I was going to have that party. And by God, I was going to have a party even if it had 0 sales. Because sometimes those are your people that you're going to then follow up with that might be your next rep. Okay. It's more about that reach out and meeting new people and having those relationships necessarily than that initial sale right here, right now. Again, you're going to be paid out later down the road on your hard work now. Okay, so ask, party, follow up, and invite. And the fifth one that I want you to do is I want you to reach out to your team, reach up, down, and all around, and have those relationships, because the most important relationships that we have are the ones with each other, even more so than our customers. Yes, our customers are important, absolutely, but really the girl like sitting next to you on the Zoom, she's your girl, okay? So my final thought is consistency leads to positive expectation, okay? Stay in your lane, and the only way to fail is if you quit. Okay, so that's it. Does anyone have any questions? There's a couple chats. I guess I could open those.
Oh my gosh, I have so many like lines that you said that I want to like take notes. I'm like, yes, 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 yes. I love that, especially the different time, talent, and treasures. Like we all have, like we all have our good strengths and our weaknesses and what we're good at and what we're not good at. And I love how you said like reach up, because we cannot pretend that we know everything and that we're good at every aspect of this business, because we're not. So use your team, use the people that may be more powerful or better at this area than you are. And so I love that, because everyone is so different. Everyone works their business in different ways, and everyone has strengths in different ways. So I think that is so key and so important, because we get so wrapped up that we have to do this all ourselves, and that if we don't, we feel almost like we're failing because we're not doing it all ourselves, or we're not. But that's not the right, like, that's not the best way to grow your business. The best way is to recognize that you don't have to know everything. So I think that is so important. So important. So I love that.
Yes, very much a team. It's very much a team aspect, but it is easy, very easy to feel like you have to do it, like you have to know everything and that you're doing it all by yourself, but you're not. Like,
Right.
we're not. Like, there's a whole group of people. So.
Yep. I love that.
Yeah, and I want to add, thank you, Amy. You are amazing. One thing that you mentioned, or a couple of things that you mentioned, but just deciding for yourself, you guys, who you are and do you. With all of these trainings, take the nuggets and grow, choose something to add to it, but don't try to be someone else. I mean, if you watch trainings and you try to be someone else, you're going to become exhausted. So take a little bit here, a little bit there, and grow and add, but stay true to you, because you can't sustain being someone else. And we're all so different. And that's the beauty of this business, is we can do the same things that Amy said, to reach out to party, to follow up, and to invite, but we have to do it in our own way.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that, Amy. We have to decide how we can do it and learn how to do better, but not lose ourselves.
Sure. For sure. Okay, I saw a question come across, Amy, in the chat. Any thoughts on managing social media, Insta Reels versus a VIP page? I'm feeling overwhelmed adding this element.
I personally choose not to do Instagram Reels or Facebook Reels. It's a time-consuming process for me. For me, with Instagram, I would rather do swipes because it's way easier just to select rather than to do a reel. I know that Instagram likes reels, but Instagram actually yes, reels will boost visibility, but consistency will even more so. So for me, I try to do 3 to 5 stories consistently so that I always stay in the story in Instagram. But I personally don't do reels because I find them they're a time suck for me. Like, I can kind of lose track of what time it is and how much time I've spent on it, and it's not productive for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I feel like if it doesn't feel natural and it doesn't feel like something that you can kind of like work into your business, then don't do it because you feel like you have to do it because other reps are using reels. Like, that may be a part of your business that doesn't work for you, and that's okay. Like, you don't, I mean, I tried it for a little bit and I felt the same way, Amy. I felt like I was spending like hours a day trying to come up with the perfect reel, and it's not me. It wasn't natural. It didn't feel natural. Now, that's not to say down the road I may not try something else with reels, but I feel like you have to do what feels good and what feels natural, because that's what people are going to be drawn to.
Yeah, because I did my first reel actually when COVID very, very first started, and it literally took me like 45 minutes because I'm kind of a perfectionist. Like I am a perfectionist. I don't seem like I would be because I'm a little bit scattered, but I am a perfectionist, and it literally took me over 45 minutes, and it was seriously like a 10-second reel. Like it was stupid. I mean, just stupid. So there are lots of them. Now, I will say I do have a good friend who is an influencer on social media, and she has like said to me that it sometimes, and that's what she does. Like that's what she does. She says it's exhausting because sometimes you just like your creativity is exhausted and you have nothing, and so you spend all this time and energy and stress worrying about content for a reel, and I'm like, I just throw that to the side. And I mean, to each their own. If you have the time and the energy and the resources and you're good at that, seriously do it because they are amazing. For me, I just spend my energy more in my parties, my VIP page on Facebook, and then on my Instagram stories.
So they're asking your Instagram stories, 3 to 5 stories on Instagram, or between Instagram and Facebook are you doing?
I do more on Instagram than I do on Facebook. They're kind of just different platforms. For me, my Instagram is geared more toward fitness and motivation, with Zaya like thrown in there. I do post about Zaya at least every 5 posts, like every 3 to 5 posts is about Zaya in there, but I also have motivation and fitness things in there as well. My Facebook is, I probably post 2 to 3, maybe stories a day, and probably every 5th post is about Zaya. So again, they're just different platforms. Facebook is more, I don't know, like I would say my generation is a little bit older. It's a little more family oriented. Stories are kind of just becoming more of a thing that people look at and view more than on Instagram. On Instagram, that's like, I mean, some people have like 20, 30 stories that they'll just flick through. I'm not quite that time consuming. So
Can I say something quick?
sure.
So so on Instagram, your content piece, like on your post, your post should be like where you're posting your content for people who are asking about like how many times post on the stories. Your stories, you can post whatever the heck you want. That's more so just like your everyday life, you know, like things that you want people to see, but your feed should be more like your content, your niche or whatever they call it.
Yes.
So that's that.
Yes. So my content on Instagram is always like my workout in my Zaya gear, what I'm wearing, and a link, you know, to my bio, whatever. And then I always hashtag at least 9. I try to hashtag 9 different things because hashtags are going to get people to see you more. If they are looking for a certain hashtag, like if they're looking for fit over 40, then they might see my post and then they might follow, which is again very different than Facebook. That doesn't really happen like that. Yeah, and then story again, like Joey said, is just like your everyday, like throughout your day. Like people will post their breakfast, walking the dog, where they went for lunch, their coffee. Like it's just a story of their day.
And you can, those of you that want to, you can tie your Instagram to your Facebook so that when you share a story, it will automatically share it to your Facebook story as well, which I recently started doing probably 6 months ago because I got really tired of doing a story on Instagram and then doing it on Facebook. And so I just said, I'm just going to make it so that it does it both places.
Yes.
Um,
And you're right, Joey, it does change how many hashtags they ideally want you to have, and that changes like every week.
Do you friend everyone from every party you host, or do you get more people to actually join your VIP? I like to keep my personal Facebook personal, but haven't found the balance to get folks to join from a party without directly inviting from my friends list.
So I would say that I average, and maybe you guys are different, I average about 1 to 2, at least 1 or 2 from every party join my VIP page. Now, how I get them is if they have bought something, I'm already in their messenger and we're already talking back and forth to make sure that they like what they got, blah, 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 blah. So I always invite them in there. In my parties, I always have a post that I have made that's part of my post my party that links to my Facebook group my VIP page that tells them to do it, but I also have my hostess post it. I have my hostess every single day. She has like a task to do. And it's my way to check in with her every day. And I just give her something to do. And like her Friday task is to post a graphic and to post my VIP page link so that people will see it, because they're more likely to see it if she posts it than if I post it. But I do not friend everyone. I don't.
Awesome. Anybody else have any more questions for, oh, I think we just got it. Could you share your hostess to do? Could you share your hostess to do?
So I'm trying to think. It kind of, I don't really like have a written out thing. Usually on Sundays I have them write like a welcome and like how they know me, just like initially, like right as the party's beginning. As soon as they invite people, I have them do that. On Mondays I have them post anything that they have, or an outfit that they want or something like that. On Tuesday, I have them post that the new releases are going to be on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I have a post that I have them post that says something about, there's a couple of them that's like, I'll spend $100 at Target, but I have a problem spending $60 on a pair of leggings for myself. And then on Thursday, I have them post that the party's wrapping up. So all you procrastinators out there need to get your orders in. And just so you know, I extend my party 3 times every single time. I would say, oh, it's closing. We get those orders in. Oh, change of plans. Schedules got busy. We're going to have to extend the party. So sorry. We're going to close on Saturday at noon. Oh, so sorry. I'm out and about. We're going to have to extend it again. So just so you know, extend it like 3 times because people don't order until it's almost over. On Friday, I have them post what I just said about my group. And then on Saturday, usually I have them, or Sunday, whenever, I have them write a thank you to everyone.
I love that, having them do something every day, because that's a great lead in at the end of the party to say, you should be a hostess because you're pretty much doing what a rep does. You're posting every day, you're interacting, and that's really what a party's pretty much does, what you do as a rep. So I love that. That's a great lead in to talk about being a rep.
Yeah, I actually always, even when I first reach out to them, I'm like, and just so you know, and I do say it at the very, very beginning, because sometimes I used to wait till the end to do that, to tell them that they could use their hostess rewards to be a rep. And by then they had already decided like what they were going to buy. So they were checked out. But I would say at the beginning, you can totally use whatever hostess rewards you get to be a rep. And then I'll write like, kidding, not kidding. Like, like I make it seem like I'm like totally joking, but I'm not joking at all. And then that it's in their head, and then I can say, well, now your party's at this much, so that would be this much toward blah, 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 blah. Now I will say if there are new reps on here, because I have several, don't freak out when nobody orders on Monday or Tuesday. Like nobody ever orders on Monday or Tuesday. So don't be panicked when you're like, oh my God, this party's a dud, nobody's ordering. I'm like, well, nobody ever orders on Monday or Tuesday. They're all procrastinators. Everyone's a procrastinator because they're busy. Like they have stuff they're doing. So, and then I do also, in terms of parties, I also every Thursday night usually, and sometimes it might even be like toward the middle of the night, I message everyone in the party, even though I know they probably won't see the messenger, and I tell them, hey, so-and-so's getting ready to close her party. Let me know if there's anything that you're looking at, if I can help you with any sizing. And then on Friday I post, hey, check your messenger.
I love it. I love it. I love these because everybody has a different way of doing things. And that's why I love these calls so much, because I feel like there's so many different things you can pull from different people.
Everyone has different time, talent, and resources.
Yes.
So you just do the ones that work best for you.
Yes. I love it. Anyone else have, every time I say that, I get like a message pops up. Oh, I love how check your messenger. That's good. Do check your messenger. Yes. Check your messenger. Check your messenger, people. They love it.
And tag them all in that and any giveaways you do.
Yeah.
Never don't tag people in a giveaway. I'm sorry, because they deserve to see that there's a giveaway, because sometimes they just don't see it the way Facebook works. And I would hate for someone to be like, oh, well, crap, there was a giveaway yesterday and I freaking missed it.
Yeah.
So tag people in your giveaways, but not in everything.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Not everything. They'll be like, okay, who's this lunatic? I'm leaving this party. I love that you said not kidding, but or kidding, but not kidding. And I love how you use humor with your parties, because I feel like sometimes we're so like focused in on like, we got to do this, and this party has to be this party. And we lose sight of like, you guys, this is supposed to be fun. Like when I joined, I loved it because it was fun and we didn't know what we were doing, and we were just diving in and trying things and we were having fun. And every time my phone dinged and I got up an order, I was giddy and happy, and it was fun. And I love that. I love that when people see that and feel that, that's what they want to be part of. And so I feel like, Amy, when you do parties and you have that, you are light and fun and goofy, and that's what makes people drawn to you, because it doesn't have to be this serious thing where we're so focused on doing it right and making sure that, you know, it's just, we need to keep it fun. And I always think like when things were growing the most and we had the most momentum, it was when we were having fun. It was the basics. Keep it simple and just have fun. And it doesn't have to be done a certain way. There is no right or wrong way.
Right. And I think, Joey, did you ask, does my hostess tag everyone? No, I don't have my hostess because I try to keep it really simple for her. Plus she's friends with them. So in theory, it should pop up when she posts over when I will post. Where you use that personal Facebook that is linked. Okay, so yeah, tagging is a bit of a challenge recently, isn't it? So you can't any longer just open it and just tag everyone. So this is my not so easy fix. So if someone else has a better fix, please let me know. But I literally type the word, like I start the letter A and I type everyone, and then B, type everyone, C, D, E, F. I even type in X and Z once in a while. Maybe there'll be somebody. I mean, I would hate to miss somebody, but it does seem unnecessary. That's the only way I can tag. Anybody else got a magical way to figure out how to tag?
Sometimes when it shows up, it'll only show so many people. It won't show so you do have, I mean, that's how I found it. I just literally just have to go A, B, C. Yeah. So
it's a little more time consuming, but
it is. But that's okay.
You know, by the end, most of them are already in there anyway. Like they're already checked, so it's fine.
Yep.
One thing that was working, I haven't done it lately, was if you start to post something, you change it to your personal, so it's not your business page. And then like you go into the post, but before you type or add an image, you go to the tag and tag, and then type your message or add your graphic. And then it works for me. It's really strange. But then I know, I don't think Tasha's on here anymore, but she had that happen once. So I told her to try that and it didn't work for her, but it always works for me. Like if I'm actually going in the post, change it to you, you're posting as you, and then tag everyone before you type or add an image first.
I'll try it.
Add the image or type. Try it. I don't know. It works for me.
I'm willing to try anything.
Yeah. I'm going to try that. Try it. See if it works. Okay. Anything else, guys, for Amy? Mine won't show people anymore. I saw someone in the marketplace say if you type @ and your group name, it tags everyone too. Haven't tried it yet though. Oh, that's interesting to try. So did you guys see Casey's comment? I saw someone in the marketplace say if you type @ and your group name, it tags everyone.
So if you're in a party, if you type @ and then the name of that party, in theory,
should be everybody. Huh. Interesting. We'll have to try.
I will also try that.
Yeah, let us know if that works for anyone. You try that. Okay. Anyone else? This was fantastic. Thank you, Amy, so much. I got so many little nuggets. Then you're like, said, grab a paper and write this down. I had a pencil and I was like panicking because I couldn't find like an empty piece of paper. So I have like notes all over here. Yeah, that's mine, Robin, too. Like scribbles everywhere. So no, so good. So awesome. I will upload this and get it posted to our page tonight. But if no one has anything else, we we can let everyone go. Thank you again, Amy, so much. It was awesome.
Thanks for joining.
Yes, thanks everyone.
Peace
Have a
out.
good night. See you later. Bye-bye.